What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm sure most of you follow me on Instagram or you found it through Jake's YouTube channel. If you don't follow either or, I'll have the link down below in the description so you can get caught up on how the car got to where it is now. I'm new to editing. I've always felt a little weird in front of the camera, so bear with me in the beginning, but I promise you the videos will get better over time. Let's have a general walk around with the car. I'll show you some things on it now, some parts that I've acquired, and what my plans are as far as the next process in the build. Last video that most of you guys saw was on Jake's channel where we got the car painted, did the final body assembly, and pushed it out of the garage for the first time. The videos got pretty popular, and from that point to where the car is now, nothing's really been shown, so I want to walk around the car, threw some big parts on it, kind of go over what's on it, just to have something to show for basically the last local show of the season. You can see the interior panels that were built on a previous video that Jake did. You can find that on his channel in the link down below. Just kind of interior panels to clean it up. A rear firewall here. We walk around. The dash is just kind of set in there. My previous car, I made these carbon fiber block off plates here. Basically all across the whole dash, and this gauge panel, which will be coming out, and these stack gauges will be for sale since I no longer need them. The Sparco steering wheel, the quick release, CAE shifter, Race Tech seat, and the OMP harnesses. One thing that a lot of people have been interested in, and I'll go over in detail in a future video, is, I don't know if you can see it. See if I can get down here. There we go. I went with electric power assist and got rid of the hydraulic power steering pump on the motor. You can adjust the sensitivity, and there's a lot of cool stuff, and I think it's going to work out really well. So once I get to the point where I'm wiring that up, I'll make a whole video dedicated to how I made it fit the column, wiring it up, all the features it has, so people who want to possibly go down that road in the future will have a better grasp of the work involved to put it in, because it's definitely not just a simple bolt-in piece. The doors are just built with stock stuff. I think I'm going to move the power window switches to the dash to cut down on wiring, and maybe make a cover over that regulator panel to make it look a little nicer, something to match the rear panels. Move around to the front. Something different is I'm going to hard mount the turbo to the body that you see here and use flex in the turbo manifold. I'll show you that here. So here's the turbo manifold that I started probably about a year ago. Trying something different, like I said, with the turbo being hard mounted and the flex being in the manifold itself. Using thin wall tubing, and kind of going with more of a normal header design with dual slip fit connections for heat expansion to prevent cracking. I want to go this route to also improve serviceability, where if I ever need to pull the motor quickly, I can just undo the two V-bands and separate the manifold there and just pull the whole motor out. One of the issues that I was having with finishing it was this 90 wasn't very tight, and I didn't have enough room for the collector plus bends to do the second half. So I went ahead and bought this stainless donut. You can see how much tighter that bend is, so hopefully that gives me the room needed to finish this. And who knows, I may end up just redesigning the whole thing anyway while keeping this design here at the end and just redoing all of this to help fit it all better. But also been collecting parts to do some final assembly. I got the radium fuel filter. I have the hard lines for under the car bent. They're up in the loft. When we get to installing that, you'll see them all. One of the things I need to do with the car is strip down the factory wiring harness, remove all the sunroof assembly wiring, the airbag wiring, all the stuff that I'm just not going to use on the car because it's no longer on the car. Got a really good deal on this set of connectors with all the pins, the proper crimpers, so I can shrink the harness down and put some connections to make it easier to service. I need to install the aero catch latches on the hood. Went ahead and painted them body color so they blend in. Before I do that, I need to fabricate a aluminum radiator support. So I'm going to mount the radiator and intercooler in the non-factory position at about a 45 or close to degree angle to utilize the hood scoop and duct it all in properly. I've picked up a bunch of DEI Reflecta Gold. This will mainly go on the firewall, the exhaust tunnel that I made just to help reflect the heat. Also, this Forma Shield stuff, I'm going to wrap around the turbo manifold when it's done and the downpipe to really lock that heat in that area and not have it heat up the entire engine bay. One of the big pieces I need to wire in and gotten a lot of attention on the car is this AIM MXG dash. It's their 7-inch display. It's the non-logging version. Saved me about $1,000. But still, it's very, very capable. All the gauges I'll ever need, it's all built in with multiple warnings, and that's going to be a really, really fun unit to set up. I think the first thing I'm going to do when it comes to start working on the car again will be I need to finish the head. I got all the exhaust cylinders opened up. Just need to do some final cleaning up on these two. Clean up these last 3 combustion chambers. As you can see, I've been kind of working my way around off and on. But once that's done, then I got this stuff. I can lap the valves, get the head assembled, and get the long block built and in the car. And once that's done, I'm not sure if I'll move on to the turbo header after that or move into wiring the car. Either way, most of the stuff that I put in the interior will come back out to make room to get all of that done. Also, I've had quite a few questions on why these rear slits are in the carbon hatch. So I had some brackets laser cut for the rear spoiler, 2 halves, the base plate here, and then the riser for the wing. And I'll show you how this is going to work. So this is going to bolt to a bracket that I've yet to make inside on the floor. And this is going to come through the hatch like that. So this will always be protruding out of the back. And I make a bracket that's going to bolt to the floor right here, and the wing will bolt to it. And the goal is to, with the wing off, this is what you'll see, and it'll still allow me to open and close the hatch like normal. But on track days, when I want to go rip the car hard and see what I can do and hopefully not put this car in a wall. These risers will bolt on right here, and the wing will bolt to it. So when I'm just driving on the street, I can easily remove the wing so it's not looking like some gaudy scene car. I don't get unwanted attention from the police or random people on the road. I want to try to keep the car as incognito as I can for what it is. So with that, there'll probably be a whole video on building and mounting the wing, front splitter, flat underbody panels, and a rear diffuser. Once the diffuser's done, then I can finish building the rear bumper that's just sitting up there. I can't even really start on that until all that rear aero is done. So I have basically what I need to build the bumper around to complete it. So now you guys have an idea of things that are going to come along on the channel and what you can expect to see. I want to try to have a video up probably every weekend or so, so maybe upload it on every Monday, have a new video. Be a nice goal. I can't promise that I'll have one up then. I do work a full-time job. I'm going on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so I really won't start bringing new content to the channel for probably about 3 to 4 weeks is when you'll start seeing videos come up pretty constantly. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll do my best to answer as well as I can. If you want to see more in-depth of certain features that I talked about, what's coming up, please comment. Feel free to share the video. Thank you for enjoying my build.